I fucked it up. Ha. You fallen right into my trap. Ha 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 ha. Batman with prep time is beating Jesus. If we're being honest, Gear 5 is not all that. Can I like a character? Holy shit.
Talking about
Most glazed characters of all time. Let's get into it. Talk to me.
Oh no, those apple fritters were double glazed by mistake.
Double glazed. We'll take them.
Damn. Toji will not. What?
We'll take them.
Toji will not make an appearance in this video.
In every single series,
Fair.
there's typically at least one character that the fans tend to like a lot and gravitate towards. However, it can happen to a point where people start to go overboard with their love for a character and their praise for them starts to become suffocating. At this point, we ultimately stop using logic.
Gojo.
This is a phenomenon known as glazing, and it tends to happen a lot in the anime community.
Gojo.
However, there is nothing inherently wrong about glazing a character as long as it's only a couple people. The worst part about glazing comes when a large majority of a character's fan base starts meat writing excessively, which essentially ruins all types of discourse around said character. Usually, I try my best not to be a hater, but glazing is a special exception to that. So in today's video, we're gonna look at some of the characters that people hype up the most, why they do it, and why they should tone it down a bit. Also, shout out to this guy, Epic Meme Lord 2258, because he suggested the idea and I thought it was a really good one. And like always, there will be anime spoilers, but no manga spoilers. And the first character we'll be talking about is Itachi Uchiha. This
bro,
guy
Itachi's the GOAT, bro.
Let's anime characters.
Let's
Ask
know.
any anime fan from the 2010s whose fan base meat writes the most, and they'll say Itachi 9 times out of 10.
That's just straight cap. That's just straight cap. Meat riding the most. Fan base. One Piece fans, bro. One Piece fans.
Any anime fan from the 2010s whose fan base meat writes the most, and they'll say Itachi 9 times out of 10.
Luffy. It's Luffy 10 times out of 10.
For as long as Naruto Shippuden's been out, people have been praising this man like he's their firstborn child. And honestly, if there's a character to praise, Itachi is admittedly a good option. He's easily one of the best written characters in Naruto as a whole, and does the whole evil guy to good guy arc really well. When you first meet Itachi, it's clear that he's one of the biggest threats we've known at the time, and of course the main villain for Sasuke. All you know about him is that he killed the entire Uchiha clan and dipped. And to boot, he dogged Sasuke during their first reunion. Fast forward to Shippuden, and we learned the truth about his decisions and the reasons behind them. We learned that he was manipulated into ending the Uchiha clan, and even when we seen him seemingly hate his younger brother, we learned that he loved him so much and could never actually bring himself to end his life. It really pulls at the heartstrings at his death scene. And on a more serious note, in case any of y'all are doubting the impact of this character arc, someone actually deleted their own character build in real life because of Itachi's death. Couple this amazing twist with some cool abilities and you got yourself a fan favorite character. However, this combo proved to be a bit too potent because everyone and their grandmother has Itachi as their favorite character.
Because it's an amazing story. It's amazing. It's an amazing character arc. Come on, bro. Like Itachi, just as a whole, that's an amazing character arc. Like, I don't know who could not like it, bro. Itachi's character arc is like top of the fucking line, bro. Who wouldn't fuck with Itachi's character arc?
Earlier, but for like the past decade, Itachi has been the most glazed anime character. I don't even think it's close for real. It's even more impressive how many people glaze this man's very existence despite not having the most screen time. We all probably have at least one friend whose favorite Naruto character is Itachi. Someone watching this video probably has their favorite character as Itachi, and I guarantee,
bro, stop it.
To you, at least one person has this poster.
Red-handed. Itachi is a mid character. Why are we lying? Okay. First off, this poster right here, it's a fire poster. Tell me I'm lying. It's a fire poster. Second, it was free. So like, mid poster. Stop lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself and everybody in this chat because that is a fire ass poster. Hold on, now I gotta fix this shit. God damn.
In their room as well. It's a part of the Glazer starter pack. Some glaze them so.
Stop it.
They're in their room as well. It's a part of the Glazer starter pack.
All right, eat my dick. I never got the context. The context is fake OD, but I definitely have the robe and the ring Itachi wears. Hold on. I definitely have the ring that Itachi wears. It's right here somewhere. I definitely have the ring. Is it this? It might be. No, it is not. Is that shit over there? No, it should be in here somewhere. I'm pretty sure I left it in here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's glazed, bro. That definitely isn't glazed. Hold on. Fuck, wrong thing. Yeah, I got that. But that is definitely not glazed, bro. That's not glazed. I just like Itachi, bro. He's one of the best. He's probably the best written character in Naruto, bro. Naruto's a mid show. Now you're just lying. Anime. You're just lying, bro.
Some glaze him so hard that they even want Itachi as a brother, which in my opinion...
Alright, that's kind of crazy. That's insane. Like, this nigga didn't torture his... Like, that nigga used Tsukuyomi. That nigga, he risked going blind to torture his brother. Like, that's not insane? That's OD.
Doesn't seem like the best thing. So now that we got all the reasons for his glazing, we can talk about all the nonsense this guy's fans yap about, because they be saying the wildest things ever. One of the main things being his potential. And low-key, before Megami, Itachi...
Whoa, stop it. That nigga was like 14 in Kage level. Let's put a stop to that. That nigga was like 14 in Kage level, and then he called like ninja cancer. So
he was one of the first potential men, but he just got cut out of the story early, which honestly is probably for the best. Imagine if Itachi had stayed alive and had a lot of feats against the top tiers in the verse. We'd actually never hear the end of it. And due to his lack of feats and pure headcanon, one of his fans' main talking points be like, man, he had to
I'll beat the fuck out of Itachi IRL. That man will look at you. He doesn't even have to look at you. He can point at you and you're done. You're in an infinite time loop. Or you're getting tortured for 100 years, even though it might be like 2 milliseconds that actually passed.
Killed off because he was gonna be too strong,
which we can't even really prove. He
nah,
might
you can't prove that.
Anyways.
But
yeah, power creep heavy.
His genjutsu is too strong. It's overpowered.
Yeah, sure, I
guess.
That's
but
there are other people in the series with stronger genjutsu. In general. He's not stopping no Biju bomb or anything like that.
I'll
unless
just
he
blow
has
his head off.
And I know a lot of y'all be talking about the Yaramir and the Totsuka blade, but that
nigga would have went blind by the... Itachi was already like halfway blind, bro. That nigga would have just... He wouldn't have been able to see. He wouldn't have been able to see by the time the 4th grade ninja war came around. Shit. I'll just blow his head off. You got that America breathing style, don't you?
That's not even an instant win if you just get speed blitz. And plus, if he got to the stage of the Susanoo, his eyes were probably cooked anyways. He also don't got no Senjutsu or Sage mode either. But somehow, the Itachi fans saw Tsukuyomi and Amaterasu and thought Itachi was unstoppable. I've even heard that a healthy Itachi is beating a base Madara, which I don't even know how people thought
that's
that
crazy.
Was a serious argument. Or sometimes
are you gonna fight in the 5th grade ninja war?
Of all time. Like he has actually done nothing to prove that he's over Obito, Sasuke, or Madara. Is he even the strongest member of the Akatsuki? Before y'all rank him in the top 3
Wait. He's definitely top 5.
Sasuke or Madara. Is he even the
healthy Itachi is definitely top 5. Healthy Itachi is definitely top 5.
Member of the Akatsuki before
he no diffed fucking Orochimaru. He's stronger than them filler niggas. I'm pretty sure he's stronger than Sasori. I'm pretty sure the only niggas that are above him is top 10. I'm pretty sure they only have 10 members. Alright, I'd put Pain above him. I'd put, yeah, just off the Rinnegan, bro. I'd put Pain above him, or technically Nagato. I'd put Nagato above him, Obito, who else? Nagato, Obito, technically Madara? Nah, I don't think Madara counts.
Before y'all rank him in the top 3 strongest Uchiha, we gotta get Itachi past Pain first. Then we can see if he can even touch Obito. All of this overinflated strength that Itachi theoretically has stems from all the God his fans give him half the time.
Yo,
however, the next character in this video is a bit more justified with this overinflated strength, because the next person we're talking about is none other than Aizen.
Nah, the Aizen glaze is actually funny. Whenever I do it, it's a meme, bro. Whenever I do it, it's like 100% for the sake of the meme. It'd be like, yo, Aizen wrote Bleach, bro. Aizen told Kubo to write Bleach, bro. That's how big brain Aizen is. Shino is a better character than Itachi. You're trolling. You're trolling all the way.
頼るということと同義だよ。それは弱者の行いだ。
As well
Alright,
as
before y'all start tweaking out, we all know that
Hey.
Aizen is a dope villain. He doesn't really have much of a backstory
Aizen's
to him
cool.
besides what we saw in the flashback arc. And even then, he's still just the same Aizen we know that was just scheming. In my opinion, the main draw to his character has to be his abilities and manipulation, and how well they work together. Not only is Aizen just dumb strong in terms of spiritual pressure, but he's also got a busted Zanpakuto that can manipulate the 5 senses of anyone who looks at it. And he's also dumb smart and has shown to be extremely calculated throughout the series. But I think the cherry on top for all of Aizen's Glazers was when we saw the twist about Aizen planning all of Ichigo's battles. Literally all of them were planned. It's a mind crush for both Ichigo and the viewer, because the 200 something episodes you watched until this point were all planned by Aizen. However, we run into our first issue with Aizen Glazers, the infamous all a part of my plan line, which has been used way too much by his fans. Aizen wins a poll, all a part of my plan. Aizen gets put up against
It's
freaking
funny.
Superman, all a part of my plan. You get chased by a whole
It's
truck by your
funny.
friend, all a part of my plan. Like, we get it. We know he plans a lot. I guess Ichigo palming his face like a basketball was also part of his plan, or that one time that Aizen got his keto broken with one hand and was left dumbfounded. Was that also a part of his plan? Y'all Aizen fans be
Definitely not. Aizen got bitched, but like, it's funny to be like, yo, Aizen wrote Bleach. Aizen wrote One Piece. Aizen wrote Attack on Titan. That he was he was a million steps ahead of the game. He had Bleach in his head before he was even written as a character. It's just Bleach is better than Naruto. See, as a clip farmer, I feel like I should lean into that. But as an anime fan, I feel like you're wilding, bro. But like at the end of the day, Bankai, you know what I mean? Bankai.
this man so much, and I think some of y'all have actually deluded yourselves into thinking he's the smartest in the verse, when he stated himself that Ulquiorra is smarter. I don't even want to talk about how much some people will drag his hacks to the point where you got him winning battles against like Dr. Manhattan. Like, we gotta calm down.
Imagine.
Aizen is very strong, but he's not some
Bro,
god
all
of
you watch is the
anime.
popular
My other
animes.
problem
Is there a problem with that? Is there a problem with that? Are you trying to gatekeep me? Are you trying to gatekeep me? Am I not an anime? Am I not an anime fan because all I watch is the popular shit? Of course, all I watch is the popular shit. I'll put you on. I guarantee you I won't watch anything you put me on to. The last anime I actually sat the fuck down and watched, like long anime I actually sat the fuck down and watched, was Bleach. After Bleach, I didn't give anything a chance because Bleach, there was so many fucking dry streaks in Bleach. It was just so much of like, I can't watch all of this. But like, I love Bleach though. Bleach is like amazing, top tier.
with Aizen is that he's one of the
Look
best
up
manipulators
Dragon
in
Ball
fiction,
Youngin.
which is not a problem whatsoever until
I
you
bet.
realize that Aizen has created a bunch of new fans that only like manipulators. Which, if you like manipulating type characters for their impact on the plot, that's perfectly fine. It's the people who actually think they're Aizen in real life.
Hold on. Wait. No way. No way. No way. Wow. Ha 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 ha. You fell right into my... Wait. Hey, I fucked it up. Ha. You fallen right into my trap. Ha 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 ha. How silly of you to fall into my trap that I've been planning for the last 100 years. You're way too weak to even stand up to me. Ha ha ha. Chat, rate the clip. Rate the clip. Rate the clip. Rate the clip. Give me 1 through 10. What was the clip? What was the clip? Are you a big anime fan? Nope. Smallest anime fan there is. 0.97 out of 10. I can't even get a 1. God damn. try harder, I guess.
Bots that gaslight their friends and boast how they're like 5 steps ahead of everyone. Broski, you're not playing 5D chess or some genius among geniuses. You wanna be a genius? Hit the books, bro. You are not on Aizen level thinking. Now let's move on to the next character. If you're enjoying the slander so far, subscribe to the channel. And I'm making this quick because the next character is a doozy.
Ad.
He's even got another player sitting back over here in the T-Rap. The nade is going to push him back, but on the repeat, simple.
Talk to me.
Gosh, where do I even start with this guy and his fans? Before y'all march into the comments and defend this man, let me just calm everyone down. I do like Shanks a lot, and I think he's a fine character.
Nah, Shanks is glazed like shit.
Well, at points, him being shown as a top 5-ish character in strength. But all of these thoughts were null and void once I saw something monstrous, a force I never even knew could exist in this world. This thing is known as YT Shanks. In case you're unfamiliar with who this monster is, YT Shanks is invincible.
How is glazed? Shut up. I don't even watch One Piece. I don't even watch One Piece. The only thing I know about Shanks is that he's known as the his name is like the red-haired demon or some shit like that, and he lost his arm, and then somehow later on niggas was like, oh, he used Conqueror's Haki on the fucking shark because he's just amazing. Meanwhile, if he was so strong, he would have never fucking lost his arm to an animal. Bro, like, I don't even know shit about One Piece, but I know all this about Shanks just from niggas who glaze him all the fucking time. It be the One Piece fans, bro. One Piece fans be glazing their anime so hard.
He can't be beat. Apparently, he could beat a prime Whitebeard with no devil fruit with just his sword and Conqueror's Haki alone. But that's not even the worst of it, as there are people who genuinely think that Shanks can 1v3 the OG admirals. How do you get this from any scene in One Piece? So after seeing consistent nonsense like this, the hater inside of me just started to take control. I really did try my best to stop it, but I just couldn't help it. I had to accept who I was. I'm a true hater at heart. So let's get to it. Why on earth is Shanks so strong in his fans' eyes? Did I miss something? He's only in
just
like 5
a raw
scenes or
character,
whatever, and he
unlike
doesn't really fight
Itachi.
anyone in the anime. Yet a lot of his fans just outright say he's the strongest in the verse blindly. I guess the narrative is what pushes Shanks that high, but y'all are stretching it. This guy is dead tricking y'all into thinking he's strong. He used Wi-Fi Haki on some bum and made him run away, and this is what made y'all think he's top 1, and that's really all he's done. He hasn't done much else in the anime, unless him blocking a Kainu was that impressive to y'all. Congrats, you are now a Jinbei level Yonko. And before y'all say that I'm being illogical, you should already know by now.
I don't actually use logic when I do these things. I don't care what I read. It's about the agenda.
We should also talk about his rival, or lack thereof.
I don't care what I read. It's about the agenda. Word too.
Care what I read. It's about the agenda.
We should also talk about his rival, or lack thereof, because Mihawk is clearing this guy after he lost an arm. My goal, Mihawk don't like wasting his time unless it's with real threats like Don Krieg. As we all know, Mihawk is the strongest swordsman, as his title suggests. Therefore, anyone else who uses a sword, aka a swordsman, is not stronger than Mihawk, meaning Zoro, Shiryu, Vista, and Shanks are all weaker than Mihawk. Shanks is not a Haki man, and he doesn't have a secret Haki expansion that can level everything in sight. He's a swordsman that is weaker than Mihawk, even if it's by a hair. And many Shanks fans will try to talk about him being 1 centimeter taller than Mihawk, therefore he's stronger. I wouldn't put it past Oda to do something like that, but still, if we're using height to try to cope for a character, it's time to let it go. Then we could talk about how Blackbeard was giving this guy the beats before he even had a devil fruit. He gave Shanks the work so bad that he started crying and snitching to everyone in sight, from the Goro Shanks to Whitebeard. He was yapping about how Blackbeard is too scary, and after Whitebeard didn't want to hear all the yapping, Shanks decided to attack this old man with stage 26 cancer and clashes with him using Conqueror's coded attacks. We now need sky splitting attacks for the elderly. And guess what? There's something else to mention as well. This clown was way too scared to go for the One Piece during the other Yonko's reign like Kaido and Big Mom, but so conveniently, after Luffy and Buggy become Yonkos, he decides to go after the One Piece. I guess that's just a big coincidence. This guy is a Walmart Goldie Roger, a Mihawk victim, pre-Devil Fruit Blackbeard victim, a red-haired rodent, Haki merchant, and caps at East Blue Sea Beast level. Congrats, bro. Oh my gosh, Oda, if you can hear me, kill off Shanks in the next arc, and my life is yours. And if he gets the off-screen treatment, even better.
Whoever said he's stronger because he's 1 centimeter taller, never been in a fight.
Shanks Glazers ever again.
I don't think a One Piece fan has ever been in a fight.
After the ranting and the agenda pushing, I still do like Shanks, but please stop glazing him so much. There are definitely more characters to talk about, like Toji, Goku, him, but that Shanks rant took a lot out of me. If y'all want a part 2 to this video, just tell me and I'll work on it. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, and like always, if you made it
4 months ago, there's a part 2 somewhere.
Superpowers are
The most glazed characters of all time, 3. Yep. Knew it.
Batman with prep time is beating Jesus.
Batman with prep time is beating Jesus. What? Do you know how you sound? Nigga just said Batman with prep time is gonna 1v1 Jesus and win. What the fuck did I just read?
Huh? In a 1v1. Maybe give him an hour and a half.
In an hour and a half prep time. W intro though.
So in our last installment of this series, we went through a plethora of characters like Mihawk, Gojo, Saitama, etc. However, I'd be lying if I didn't say that that video missed some pretty obvious candidates.
Hey, it's me, Goku!
Don't worry, we're gonna get to your fans shortly. I really felt obligated to don the mask once more and become a hater yet again. And plus, some of y'all did mention that you were waiting for this part anyways. So this video will be one of the few times where I'll break my golden rule of spamming a certain type of video. Also, get ready, because a lot of the characters in this video are heavy hitters. Because the first character we're talking about is Son Goku. Now, Goku was a very clear pick to put in this series due to the fact that he's like the most popular anime character of all time. Shoot, he's one of the most popular characters in general. A pure-hearted Saiyan, protector of Earth, and contrary to popular belief, a good father. And a lot of people were wondering why I didn't put him in the last one. The main reason was because we had recently found out about Akira Toriyama's death about 2 weeks before I made the video, and it was still fresh in my mind. So I didn't want to come off as disrespecting Dragon Ball fans so soon after the passing of a man who played a massive role in mine and
R.I.P. Toriyama, man.
However, it's important to know that we can't talk about the Goku Glazers without disrespecting the work of Akira Toriyama. With that being said, we can start off with the infamous meme, "Can he beat Goku though?" This meme was derived from Goku being one of the stronger characters in fiction, and boy do the Goku Glazers abuse it. Now, when you hear the meme sparingly, it's pretty funny, but at a certain point, it doesn't even feel like a joke anymore, and people are genuinely just implementing Goku into random conversations that didn't include him in the first place. Goku Glazers have ran this joke into the ground so much that the strength of Goku is seemingly the only thing that people care about nowadays. It's really unfortunate too. Y'all really be making this man look like an extremely one-dimensional character when all you do is glaze his strength and transformations. And I know that Goku is strong, but there are stronger characters out there. If you only talk to a Goku meat writer, you think that Goku is the strongest character in fiction or something. Like, I'm sorry, but Goku isn't soloing all of Marvel or DC like some of his fans may say. Don't even get me started on Superman versus Goku. Some Goku fans will get so mad about the results of the versus battles.
I used to get so mad about that.
Superman was doing some crazy things throughout his runs. Superman will beat the brakes off of Goku, and that's perfect.
That's facts.
Some of these Goku Glazers dead be losing sleep over this fact. It doesn't take away anything from his character.
I used to be so mad.
Unless, of course, you boiled him down to a device to make random arguments with people online about him beating other fictional characters. Goku fans will also rant about everyone copying Goku and how X character copied Goku because their hair changes color when they transform. We know that Dragon Ball Z has influenced and has inspired many authors. However, calling something a straight up copy or ripoff is disingenuous to the actual creativity some of these creators have put in. Goku himself has been inspired by other characters like Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, or even Superman when you compare their origin stories. There's nothing wrong with inspiration. Some Goku fans just refuse to acknowledge that it exists. Then finally, the worst part about some of these Goku Glazers is that some of them have never even watched Dragon Ball Z at all and just start talking about things that never
the first Super Saiyan transformation of Goku happened because Frieza threatened to kill Gohan, not because he killed Krillin. Yeah, you ain't watched the shit.
There are times where you can't even have good discussions with these guys because a lot of their claims are just baseless. The only Dragon Ball Z they've consumed is Dragon Ball Z Abridged, which is really good, don't get me wrong, but it has caused irreparable brain damage to some of these Goku fans. For our next character, we got Luffy, who doesn't really have many aspects that I see.
I told you, Luffy is one of the fucking
often yap about him being the best character in all of fiction, which is kind of a cliff jump to me, but I can't necessarily blame someone for having that opinion. If that's what you genuinely think, you honestly got it. He's a main character, one of the biggest series of all time. His personality and characterization has never been portrayed as annoying to me, and his development in response to trauma over the series has been great. A lot of the time though, the Luffy fans and the Naruto Glazers will have wars over whose ideals are better while trying to dunk on the others. Actually, both try to put down other characters while being obnoxious about their own. I just ain't put the Naruto Glazers in this video because they so happen to be less in number, and I guess we should address the 800-year-old elephant in the room, Gear 5. This transformation has to be the most hyped up thing in the anime community in the last 5 years or so. The way people were yapping about this being the best transformation of all time is flagrant. They said that this
Gear 5 is not all that. If we're being honest, Gear 5 is not all that. Ultra Instinct was a lot more hype. Let's be real. Shit. I even seen on the TL niggas was talking about I Am Atomic is more iconic than Gear 5. They wildin', but like Gear 5 is honestly I think Gear 4 had a lot more impact than Gear 5. But maybe I'm bugging.
This transformation was gonna break the internet like UI Goku. It didn't. And that this transformation was better than Super Saiyan. It isn't. Matter of fact, if you know anyone who believes that Gear 5 is over Super Saiyan, disassociate with them rapidly or check them into a mental institute. Moreover, the actual abilities of the transformation itself get meat-ridden even more because Luffy has Toon Force, which is a term that's been overused so much that it lost its meaning. There are clearly levels to Toon Force, from Looney Tunes nonsense to making sunglasses out of thin air. Like, Luffy's Toon Force is clearly weaker than what Bugs Bunny can do, and I don't want anyone to talk about this statement and say that Luffy equals Popeye in terms of Toon Force. You are lying. Luffy's Toon Force gets used so much that apparently this guy could beat anyone just because of it. You can make a whole argument complete with all the sources and citations and write a 25-page paper, and a Luffy Glazer will say that Toon Force solos. These guys ignore the fact that he still arguably could have lost to Kaido if Kaido hadn't been fighting so long before his encounter with Gear 5. But you know, my gripe isn't with just Luffy meat riders whatsoever. It's with a greater force than that. I have gripes with those who glaze Oda himself. Now, in the comments of the last video, I saw someone talk about Oda, the author of One Piece, being in the discussion for one of the most glazed characters of all time. Now, Oda isn't a character at all. He's in fact a real person, but I don't really care. I'm making an exception. It's my video. Firstly, I probably should address that I'm not a One Piece hater at all. Like, I think some of y'all believe that I genuinely hate One Piece when I enjoy it quite a bit. Someone finna be like, oh, this guy always talks about One Piece, he must be obsessed. And that's true. I like the series a lot. I should clarify more often what I do hate about One Piece though, and it's not even the series itself. It's the nonsense that a lot of One Piece fans say, and they say a lot of it. Like, for example, to some people, Oda is like a god to them and have nicknamed him Gada, which is crazy meat gobbling, but I can pass it off as a joke. But for some unbeknownst reason, some believe that Oda can actually do no wrong and he's some mastermind who's planned all of One Piece since the 90s. If you believe this, you're just blatantly ignorant. The original plan for One Piece was something like Luffy going to the Grand Line, fighting the 4 emperors, finding the One Piece, and calling it a story from there. There were no warlords, supernovas, none of that. Oda is just that good of a writer that he's had idea after idea after idea that he could help build upon in the plot. Like, do you seriously believe that Oda knew what Egghead was gonna look like in 2001? It's actually more impressive that he's able to create ideas on the fly like this. Apparently, he created the supernovas in a short amount of time to make the Saba Odi arc more robust. There's nothing wrong with this. A lot of authors have done this in the past when they get suggested an idea, like Kishimoto with Sasuke. Another thing I think gets dragged a lot by Oda Glazers is foreshadowing. Like, I could go more in depth into another video.
Isayama better.
Y'all want, but Oda is an amazing writer, so he's been able to make the plot work without something like Haki not being fully fleshed out, or make callbacks to past arcs like Skypia to make Gear 5 even more special. I love the man's work, but geez, y'all be going overboard with how much y'all believe Oda had everything planned. Before I move into the Quattro Espada, if you're enjoying the video so far and you're new, you might as well subscribe. Anyways, on to Ulquiorra, who has to be a top.
Yo, why you gotta put all my favorite Bleach characters? Why you gotta put all my favorite characters in here, bro? Ulquiorra is just nice. He's strong. He's cool. What the fuck? Why you gotta be like? I don't know any other Ulquiorra fans IRL, bro. Like, what the fuck? In real life, I don't know anyone who likes Ulquiorra. I only hear that shit on the internet. What the fuck? And now he's one of the most glazed niggas ever? What the fuck? This doesn't make any sense. IRL, I don't know anybody who likes Ulquiorra. I don't know anybody who's actually watched Bleach up to the point to get to Ulquiorra. Come on, bro.
The most glazed character in all of Bleach. I don't know when it happened, but some of y'all be talking about this Ulquiorra guy like he's really one of the top tiers in the verse. Y'all be putting him in a Espada gauntlets, and people will legitimately say that he runs through them all. And we all know what Ulquiorra
is the only one with a second resurrection, bro. Ulquiorra is the only one. Hey, W follow. Holy shit, we love you. But Ulquiorra is the only one with a second resurrection, bro. That's like if everybody had a
followed.
Love ya. But that's like if everybody in the fucking verse had a was stuck at Shikai, and then Ichigo was the only one with a Bankai. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. We learn, oh, Shikai is the highest your sword can go, and then Ichigo just unlocks Bankai, the first to ever do it. Like, of course, more people are gonna like Ichigo because of it. But I mean, I don't fuck
cling
it.
on to too, his segunda etapa. This form has caused so many people to say that Ulquiorra is secretly the strongest Espada, which he isn't. The common argument is that Ulquiorra says that Aizen doesn't know about his second stage, and so his number 4 ranking isn't accurate, and therefore he's the strongest, and he fought Ichigo and yada 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 yada.
Okay, his
Just
number.
cool.
All right, that's crazy. Calling him the strongest is actually fucking insane. Like the first nigga, the first number 1, I think the Stark nigga, he ran hands with hey bro. Them niggas was running hands, bro. I ain't gonna put Ulquiorra up there, but if we're gonna sit here and say that number 4 rating is accurate, we're fucking lying to ourselves. Because Aizen's the one who did the rankings, and if Aizen didn't know about that second transformation, that Bankai, if you'll call it that, obviously it's not fucking accurate. Like,
Ulquiorra thinks that Aizen doesn't know about his resurrection doesn't mean that Aizen actually doesn't know. This man Aizen created the Arankar and the Espada with the Hogyoku. And not only that, he planned all of Ichigo's fights in the previous arcs to make sure Ichigo got stronger. One of these fights was against Ulquiorra. So you Ulquiorra fans are telling me that Aizen planned all of this and just never knew that Ulquiorra had a second stage. Does it make sense for a mastermind to plan something for someone?
whoa, hold on. He knew base Ulquiorra was stronger though. That doesn't mean. Nah, bro. Hold on. Let's backtrack. Because Aizen in that situation, bro. Aizen doesn't need to know, because nigga Ichigo was getting whooped by Ulquiorra before he even transformed the second time. The whole reason for Ulquiorra transforming the second time was like, yo, come on, bro. You gonna keep trying, my nigga. I gotta whip this out then. First time ever transforms. Feel me? I mean, like, bro, he was getting what, like, base Ulquiorra, number 4 Ulquiorra with the helmet on was like, yo, you're not gonna do shit unless you put the mask on. And then he stood there and was like, all right, your strongest attack that you've hit me with so far is a Getsuga Tensho with the mask on. Throw that shit directly at me. And then he just caught it with his bare hands. And then he said, all right. Aizen said, I can't transform down here, so let's go up. Took this nigga up. Fucking transforms, speed blitzes him like crazy. Just, on some bullshit. And then Ichigo's like, with the power of friendship, I will win. Ulquiorra's like, come on, my nigga. That ass? Really? We doing this? Transforms again. And he's like, all right, I know you hopeless now. Like, come on. You got to give up now. Niggas still clinging on to the power of friendship. And then, he catches... Ulquiorra sends his Sero through the chest. And then a whole lot of stuff. Wavy. Shout out
and
Wavy.
not know the full extent of all the pieces in the plan. Imagine you're helping a friend with the game
Probably
you
not.
created, and there's a final boss you want him to be able to beat. Prior to this boss, there are a series of other enemies they should learn how to beat to make sure they are prepared for the final boss. And then there's one
That's
boss
a bad
in the game
analogy.
that just happened to have a second stage that you didn't know about, even though you created the game. It just doesn't make sense.
That's a bad
number is
analogy.
correlated with your strength. Therefore, Stark, Haribel, Baragon, and Yami are all stronger than Ulquiorra because their numbers.
They probably are, but like saying that Aizen had to know, like, bad argument.
Are higher
I'm
than
playing
him.
for it.
Might be suspect though, but for the sake of the agenda, we're putting her above him too. I know he looks cool and he had a cool dynamic with Ichigo with the idea.
That's why I
of trying
like
to make
him.
Ichigo give up, but he can still be all those things while also not being the number 1 Espada, which he isn't. Next,
All
up, we
right,
have
he doesn't
Vegeta
have to be.
versus Sukuna, who's
He doesn't have to be. Ulquiorra's just cool as fuck.
gotta be the second most glazed character in the series after Gojo.
Can I like a character? Holy fuck! Can I please like a character? What was that? The man you're seeing on screen? My god. This nigga won't let me like a character, bro. That scared me. Sukuna is very scary. Nah, but this nigga won't let me like a character. First he comes at me for my Itachi poster. Then he says, oh, Ulquiorra glazed. Like, bro, he's cool. What the fuck? And then Sukuna, most glazed character in all of JJK aside from Gojo. Whoa, brother. You might be right, but like shit. Can I like a character? Holy shit, nigga.
Honestly, if it weren't for Gojo existing, Sukuna would clear everyone in JJK in terms of the most meat-ridden character. Shoot, the author himself, Gege, is a Sukuna glazer. Sukuna has been portrayed to be the strongest sorcerer in history since the second episode.
Nah, cause I hate you niggas, bro. I hate you niggas. A lot of y'all niggas is like, yo, Sukuna, why is Gege glazing Sukuna so much? Oh my god. Sukuna's gonna, I haven't used this technique since the Heian era. Oh my god. My anti-Yuta copy technique. I haven't used this since the Heian era. Come on, brother. Like the author tells you from the first chapter, this nigga is the strongest sorcerer to have ever lived ever. He shows why. Oh my god, why are you glazing Sukuna so hard? Brother, what we should have known. They've been telling us the whole time this nigga's the strongest to have ever lived. What the fuck?
Justified. But if you read the manga, you know that this man Sukuna has had a roller coaster for his character for the past year. Spoilers for the current arc of the manga, so skip here to avoid it.
Oh,
the
God.
Nonsense of Sukuna not going all out had all of his fans queued up to start gobbling him for like a month. They started saying nonsense like Sukuna wasn't trying against Gojo and he's by far too strong.
No, that's insane. He was definitely trying against Gojo, trying fucking hard too.
Reality, both Gojo and Sukuna are neck and neck in strength. Like, Sukuna was definitely making himself nervous on purpose for the first time in years to finally feel something in this fight. Or maybe he started bleeding from his eyes to make Gojo feel better about the fight. Like, come on now. And I know plot Kuna was also a complaint going on for a lot of people in the community, and I will admit it was very overblown at times, but I can't blame some people for saying that Sukuna had plot on his side sometimes, because it seemed like some stuff was going his way to actually progress the plot forward. Like, we can't say that Sukuna is just too advanced at Jujutsu sorcery, which makes sense.
He is. He's had he's had like literally 1,000 years, bro. The fuck? He has straight experience on niggas. And he's from a completely different era. He's from the golden era of Jujutsu. Obviously, this nigga's gonna have a whole different repertoire. That's why this nigga just whipped out a whole second curse technique, and niggas was like, what the fuck? He can do that? And everybody got like, come on, bro. Choso got eviscerated. If it wasn't for fucking Todo showing up in the nick of time, everybody's done. Like Sukuna won.
Progress the plot forward. Like,
if we're really talking about it, but nobody mentions that. Nobody mentions that. If it wasn't for Todo's like amazing timing with his upgraded curse technique, yeah, the series is over. Sukuna won. Like,
because it seemed like some stuff was going his way to actually progress the plot forward. Like, we can't say that Sukuna is just too advanced at Jujutsu sorcery, which makes sense, he's the best at it. Or we can call his so-called skill in sorcery him just being a binding vow merchant who has spammed them like Naruto has spammed Rasengans.
I think that second one is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. I think that second one is pretty funny. The binding vow merchant, I think it's pretty funny.
Something that I also believe to be true is that Sukuna glazers and Gojo glazers are both equally annoying. And yes, I know that's a hot take. My reasoning is that since Gojo glazers are more in number, they automatically seem to be more annoying to deal with. The truth is that they are two sides of the same coin, with both fans believe that they can beat anyone in fiction for some unknown reason. Both ask dumb questions like who wins versus Aizen, or my favorite, Sukuna and Maharaga versus Goku. Class, what do you think is gonna happen if—
Nah, they're both, I ain't gonna lie, against Goku just needs one good Kamehameha, and like if Maharaga got wasted by a hollow purple in one shot, what the fuck do you think a full power Kamehameha is gonna do? Come on, bro. Let's keep it real.
Goku fights Maharaga and Sukuna. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun,
you shouldn't need this much time.
Goku slams this guy. At least with Gojo glazers, they have a win con in Infinity and Hollow Purple, so they can actually be annoying with his cross-verse battles. Sukuna has strong fire and strong cuts. He's not hurting Goku, and that's assuming he doesn't get speedless before he even tries to attack. I don't know. It's just crazy to me that we don't be seeing people say as much stuff about Sukuna fans when compared to Gojo fans. You Sukuna glazers are lucky that this guy's fan base takes the brunt of the hate, because some of you guys are up there with the worst of them. This segment is going to be kept a bit shorter than usual, mostly because I don't—
Is this nigga about to say Minato is glazed?
It doesn't exist. I just haven't come across it. Like something I commonly see Minato fans—
Yo, bro, this nigga played Storm 4. Can like, bro, Can I like a character? Holy shit.
Talking about is how he had no overpowered Kekkei Genkai, or that he wasn't a reincarnation of an Otsutsuki, so he was pure talent and dedication, making all the things he did that much more impressive. And can I really blame them? Those are true statements. In Naruto, we typically see a lot of other characters with some crazy advantage because of their clan or something, but Minato was able to become Hokage and become the strongest one at that, besides Naruto and Hashirama and Kakashi. Just ignore those guys. Genuinely asking, are people saying he's a top tier or something? Maybe it's the flying Raijin or the run-on site order that got people in the...
Okay. First off, I think Kishimoto glazes Minato a little bit. Let's keep it real, because this nigga is this nigga just pulls up. Naruto has had the nine-tailed fox in him for his entire life. Naruto doesn't get KCM 2. He doesn't even get KCM 1 until the day before the war starts, or damn, mid-war. He doesn't get KCM 1. He unlocks KCM 2 mid-war. This nigga Minato shows up, KCM 2. And he's a perfect sage. Nobody has done that aside from Naruto. And then this nigga Minato just shows up and he can do both. Like, casually. Like, question mark? I feel like, hey, if we're gonna be on Sukuna for being a binding vow merchant or plot kuna, I feel like it's unfair to leave Minato out. If we're just keeping it real.
His reign as Hokage wasn't anything revolutionary because it was so short. To be honest, I don't really see what people are talking about. Oh my. This is an interesting one. The Flash? Oh, okay, I think I understand now. There are some of y'all who be giving this man crazy glaze. He is not beating the Flash. I don't care if he dodged the Raikage or anything. That teleportation is not fast enough. The yellow Flash is nothing to the actual Flash. How did you delude yourself into believing this? Minato fans, you dead gotta defend yourself. Does this guy speak for you guys? Dang, this is so crazy. Bro, who's the last character on the list?
Batman.
And last but certainly not least, we have Batman. Batman is one of the three most iconic superheroes of all time, and easily, in my opinion, the most glazed character, not in anime, cartoons, comics, but in fiction. I like Batman, but I don't really have many positive things to say about the Glazers. These guys are easily the most delusional fanbase I've ever seen. These guys will yap about Batman and his prep time and how he'll be able to beat anyone with it. If you watch WWE and you know who Paul Heyman is, it's like that type of glazing.
Dangerous, a beast slayer, a conqueror, the goat of all goats, who, like they say at the end of the match, the ultimate needle mover, the head of the table.
These fans are the same people that really try to convince people that Batman would beat Kratos without prep time. Like, what are we doing here? Sure, this man is stronger than the average human, but he gets bodied by Kratos. You see Kratos pummeling Baldur right here? Yeah, each one of those hits are murking Batman on the spot. Batman fans will clamor about Gotham being so difficult to deal with threats like Bane, Clayface, and the Joker, the Penguin.
None of them are Kratos.
No one except Batman, the strongest and smartest character ever, is able to beat these guys. In reality, if any hero willing to murk or cripple these guys were in Gotham will be chilling in like a month. Like, I think Symbiote Spider-Man could do some real damage in Gotham.
Shit, not Nightwing. What's his name? Red Hood was doing. Hey man, if you go back and watch that movie, Jason Todd was putting in work. He put most of them niggas to rest. He was doing real damage. Shit. He put most of them niggas to rest. He was like, oh, y'all under me now. Yeah, women and children are off. He was shaking shit. And that's like inverse. That's not no. Oh, I think no. That happened. That for sure happened. Like,
to be honest. Honestly, Batman could probably do better in Gotham himself if he just started to use his resources better. Like, I know it's against his rules, but just start shooting people. I'm pretty sure some lead in the Riddler's chest is putting him out of commission for a little bit. We all saw how Iron Man was handling enemies in his first movie. Can Batman not do similar things? He's coming up with all these gadgets and gizmos when there's probably a more straightforward solution. It doesn't help that Batman be getting got from his writers too when he's able to fight and beat Superman, or shoot, when he just straight up boxes up Darkseid. It's things like these that fuel the fire of Batman glaze. A regular human shouldn't be able to do this. Like, you cannot tell me that there isn't some sort of plot involved in this. Why is Batman so strong to these guys? Am I missing something? Is there some sort of power up that he got in the new issue that made him so strong? Why can't he beat everyone? If your answer is because of money and technology, then why is Gotham such a problem for him? Another thing a lot of Batman glazers do is that they will treat a lot of the ideals of Batman and take them to heart as if he's a sane individual. Batman has done a lot of messed up things throughout his various comics, and fans just go with it. Batman is insane. He just hides it well. There's of course the sheer absurdity of the billionaire dressing up as a bat to fight criminals because his family got murked and he still hasn't gotten over the trauma, which he probably should get more therapy for. He also quite literally does the same thing over and over again and expects a different result when handling some of his villains. Y'all should have known this was getting brought up, but what is the fans' defense behind the handling of the Joker? Are we saying that it's because of plot? My bad. We actually can't say that though, because if we assume Joker has plot armor, then we have to assume a lot of the times Batman should have got murked is also plot armor, and we all know Batman has none of that. Personally, I've just accepted that these two are crazy people along with the tippity top of the Batman glazers. Some of the Batman glazers have ruined his character, and honestly, that's rough to see for one of the most popular characters of all time. Okay, so what's that, like 6-7 characters I'm talking about today? So now I think I got all the main offenders for real. I'm trying to upload more often. I got more videos queued up for this month. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and if there are other characters I didn't mention, just tell me them and why you think it's the case. With that being said, have a great day and peace out.
Damn. About the Batman v Superman debate, Batman said it many times. If Superman really tried to kill him, Batman will die before he can even blink. The only reason he beat him before is because he either catches him off guard with kryptonite or because Superman isn't trying to kill him. Luffy be getting glazed harder than a donut, like, cause that's real. That's real.